Berserk is a really good anime, however, most of us watching can't catch up to the anime. Sometimes a topic is just skipped. So since I did other Berserk characters, I wanted to do the list of apostles that are currently killed, and here are the things I have gathered on them. Number 1. The female apostle is the first apostle that was introduced on the Berserk series, however her real name remains unknown. Number 2. The female apostle was the one who killed Corcus during Griffith's ascension. Guts was able to avenge the death of Corcus on Black Swordsman's arc. Guts shot the female apostle on the head, leaving a large hole in her skull. Number 3. Wild is an apostle that is somewhat a human and an ape. He has resemblance to Zod, but Wild is more kinda wild in a sense. His body is covered with his fur. He is also the leader of the Black Dog Knights. The Black Dog Knights are a band of criminals and rapists paid by the King of Midland to fight in the 100-Year War. Wild is a maniac and a sadistic rapist. He doesn't care about his comrades. In fact, he kills them when they lost their morale. He rapes women and mutilates them. He uses animals as some kind of an armor or trophy. He wears a helmet with the pelt of the dog. Number 5. Wild is an old man who regretted not having to live the life he wanted. At some point in the series, he was able to become an apostle and was captured as a prisoner. It was unknown how he was captured since he had this inhumane strength, but this is where he meets the King of Midland who drafted him into the war. Number 6. The king enlisted prisoners for this war. Wild wanted to be the leader since he claimed that he was the strongest. He was challenged by another prisoner known as Barbo. Wild destroyed Barbo by impaling him into the spike of a tower. Number 7. Wild appeared after the Band of the Hawk rescued Griffith. The king ordered the Black Dog Knights to pursue the Band of the Hawk and kill Griffith. Number 8. Wild is the first apostle that Guts defeated by defeating means to the point of being injured critically. Number 9. Wild was killed by Nosferatu Zod when he tried to rip Griffith apart. Since he was critically injured, he wanted the God Hand to appear before him by using the behelit of Griffith. However, Nosferatu Zod appears and breaks him apart, killing him in the process.
それが俺たち使徒の唯一の戒律のはずだ。そうだ。俺がここで貴様を引き裂いたとしても、それもまた俺の自由。
Number 10. Wild has not appeared in any movie or anime. This could be because of the censorship or could be other reason, but on this scene, Wild's spiky manhood was shown. Number 11. Wild's apostle form is somewhat similar to a Brazilian mythology called Mapinguari. According to some sightings, the Mapinguari is a humanoid creature with a mouth in the middle of its stomach and have long claws and one eye. Number 12. Like the female apostle, Snake Baron views the human as low-lived beings. Humans are not the same league as him. He sees human as food. He has also a sadistic nature. He has a high self-esteem that led to his demise, since he viewed Guts a lowly human that could not even be the same level as him. Number 13. The Snake Baron was another apostle that's true name was not revealed. Number 14. In the anime series that was released on 1997, Snake Baron assumes the Count's role of being the apostle whose behelit was taken by Guts upon his death. Though on the new Berserk anime on 2016, Snake Baron was cut off. Number 15. Snake Baron was not killed by Guts, though Guts critically injured him. His death was in the hands of the firing debris. Yes, we see Guts firing a couple of rounds to Snake Baron, but we know he is an apostle, so he is not easily killed. He was burned alive. Number 16. The Keeper of the Hounds was another nickname for an apostle. He was the kennel master of the Count. He met a woman, and this woman showed him kindness. He fell in love with her. However, the woman did not have the same feelings as him. It was then he asked for the behelit. The keeper ended up ripping his loved one apart by his jaws. The remains of his loved one has been kept in the mansion. Number 17. In the manga, he has little character. He speaks in very short and choppy sentences. After the eclipse, he was the first enemy that Guts encountered. Number 18. In the new anime that was aired in 2016, he has given a lot of character. His backstory is revealed. He fought Guts only to be defeated when Puck interacts with the woman remains and he lost his focus. He was the first minor character that was given a large role in the new series. Number 19. The Count is another gluttonous apostle. Once his people has been judged as heretics, their whole family has also the same verdict and will be executed immediately, since he can experiment with the said guilty heretics and possibly eat them. Number 20. Before he became an apostle, he was active on hunting the heretics. He wanted to free his land from heretics. However, when he returned to the castle, he found out that his wife was actually one of the said heretics, participating in an orgy. He killed the heretics that was part of the orgy but doesn't have the will to kill his wife. His despair awoken the behelit. He willingly accepts the behelit and devour his own wife. Number 21. After he became an apostle, he was more hungrier to hunt these heretics, torturing, raping, and mutilating their bodies. When his physician found out what's behind the curtains, he tried to run away, but he was captured and was forced to watch as the Count eat his family in front of him. Nonetheless, he was able to escape the torture with the Count's behelit. Number 22. The Count partake in the ascension of Griffith. He was seen with the other apostles eating the band of the Hawk members. He ripped Pippin apart. He also uses this to lure Guts towards him. Luckily, Guts was able to avoid the ambush. Number 23. The Count is the only apostle that summoned the behelit and refuses to sacrifice. Although he was able to do it once, he was not able to sacrifice the second time since it was her daughter that he holds dearly. In the end, he was dragged into the abyss. Number 24. The abyss was not the cause of him not able to sacrifice, but because he was critically wounded by Guts and was dying. Number 25. The Egg of Perfect World is another apostle with no background, no name, or not even a family. He was just simply known as Nobody. Number 26. Nobody was a deformed human that was born in the outskirts of Albion. His first memory is in the garbage box. While eating food waste thrown in the garbage, he found a behelit. He dug a hole and lives on it. The Albion was unaware that there is a man living in the hole. They dumped dead bodies, piling up and crushing Nobody. Number 27. When Nobody activates the behelit, he has no one to sacrifice to. since he doesn't have any family, friends, or acquaintances. Instead, he offers the world in its current state for the power of an apostle. Number 28. The egg can give power to other humans, making them an apostle spawn. When the human became an apostle spawn, it was usually the twisted reflection of their faith as humans. Number 29. The egg of the perfect world is the first apostle that sacrificed a non-human and was able to become an apostle. He was also the only apostle to die without being killed by anyone. Number 30. The egg of the perfect world swallows the demon child not because it was his part, but because he sees that the demon child used most of his strength, and he swallowed it out of compassion, saying that it can have a nice dream inside of his world. Number 31. Last on the list is a man named Ganishka. Although he was an apostle, he acts differently on the other apostle, meaning he acts on his own will. Number 32. Although he acts against the will of the God Hand, doesn't mean that he is good. He is still an apostle, and apostle kills humans. He often have the women raped or eaten by the crocodiles. He even has some of them stitched alive to create a reincarnator that creates his Daka army or demon army. Number 33. Ganishka was powerful. He was one of the apostles that are tapped into the astral plane. His form and powers are second to the God Hand. In his apostle form, he creates a fog several hundred feet tall that resembles his face. Number 34. Ganishka was the destined ruler of Kushan. However, her mother favored his younger brother over him, so his mother poisoned him. Upon knowing this, Ganishka killed his own brother, forcing their mother to commit suicide out of grief. Number 35. When he met his father, the emperor, he arranges an assassination to ensure that the throne goes to him. When he became an emperor and bore a son, his son did the same thing to him and had him assassinated. It was then that Behelit awakened and sacrificed his own son. Number 36. Emperor Ganishka is based on Ganishka, who was a king of the Kushan Empire in Central Asia from 127 AD until 151 AD. Number 37. Ganishka is the only apostle not to revert to his original human form upon death. This is due to his body being transformed into the world free. Peace out.